kind of gauge what the depth is on the team at that position?
I mean, we got 8 backs right now, so plenty of depth. But we got a lot of guys, a lot of good young players that bring a lot of good things to the table, and I'm excited to get to work with them in camp and continue to help them develop.
What kind of things do you give to them and have been giving to them?
8 years, however many carries, however many reps, however many blitz pickups, just the experience. I've seen just about everything. So, I mean, just give them a little bit of my experience and, any tidbit or nugget that could help them with their game.
Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. Listen, last night's live stream was fire, man. If you ain't checked it out, please go tap in. Enjoyed myself, had a great discussion about the Cowboys offense, and during the discussion, which sparked this video, we talked about the Cowboys running game, and it's one of those things that it makes you start to dig and look through some things. And I found a recent Zeke interview, and I had to share it with y'all because it kind of talks about his mindset and where this running game is going heading into training camp and the year. And the reason why I played that first clip, because it's about 7 minutes, and you can go find it at the Cowboys official YouTube channel. The reason why I played the first clip is him talking about the fact that, first of all, we got 8 backs. 8 backs. Now, that might not be including him. I didn't count it. But from Snoop Connor, Nathaniel Pete, Deuce Vaughn, Rico Dowdle, Malik Davis, Hunter Lipke, like it's a lot of people. Royce Freeman. It's a lot of running backs. And that just makes me feel like the Cowboys might not know exactly which direction they want to go in. We got small, big backs. Big backs is hilarious. We got small backs, big backs, like full backs. We got situational, like, short yardage backs like Zeke. We got supposed home run hitters like Rico Dowdle. Fire Rico Dowdle segment in that video. Y'all go check that out. But it's one of those things where hearing Zeke say it is different than me saying it. We got 8 backs and, all young guys. They all hungry. I want to, and they asked him what can he bring to the table. And he's like, I can bring my experience. And that's important. Having an experienced veteran in the room is important. Whether y'all don't want to admit it or not, it's very important. So it's good to hear Zeke actually just speak to that. That's what I bring to the table. But he's also going to be great in assisting who's going to be able to help this team. Zeke has been here and done it. He's going to know who can get on that field and actually do it from a player's perspective. So I'm happy that Zeke is here. I'm happy that he's going to be vetting things. It's, what I'm saying? It's one of those things where I know a lot of people's like, Zeke can't be the starter. And I said last night, he's probably our de facto starter. The first back that's probably going to run on the field this year for the Dallas Cowboys is Ezekiel Elliot. If that's going to make you mad, just get over it. Because that's what's going down. I'm already over it. I'm just looking at as far as how many carries is he getting. If Zeke wants to start the games off, it is what it is. It's a formality. Maybe it'll shift later in the year. But the way the season's going to start, he's going to be the starter. I don't see it being no other way. And the reason why I say that, he actually had another clip in the interview. I want to hear you. He talks his mindset on if he feels like he's still a starter. And let me let you hear it.
I feel good going into this season.
Jerry said before he signed you that he still viewed you as a starting caliber running back in the NFL. How do you view your role now that you're back on the Cowboys?
I still view myself, as a starter in this league. But also, I got to take care of my body and make sure I'm fresh for when it matters. And so, what's that going to look like? I'm not necessarily sure, but we'll figure it out.
He pretty much said it. I still view myself as a starter in this league. Now, that might make you mad. But why? I wouldn't want a player on this team or in the NFL that doesn't view themselves as a starter. Everybody should want to start. Anybody that just views themselves as a backup, even Cooper Rush views himself as a starter. He might not become the starter, but he views himself as a starter, and if he had a shot, he would take it. First of all, it's just more money. But second of all, no player should be out there actively saying, I'm a backup. maybe Ryan Fitzpatrick at a point, but like as you get older. But like, no, I think Zeke is spot on with his mindset. Mindset is important. I still view myself as a starter, but listen to what else he said. He said, but I know how important it is to stay fresh and be ready for the right moments. Now you could say he didn't show up in the other moments. That's fine. Moments of failure just give you moments for possibilities for moments of redemption. That's it. Yes, we failed. We got a possibility for a moment of redemption with Zeke, Dak, CD, Micah, etc. But it's up to them to execute. But hearing Zeke just say, yeah, I view myself as a starter, but I know, that's him basically actively saying, I know it's going to be running back by committee. I know. And I asked this last night, I'll ask this again. Please answer in the comments. Is the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys on this team right now? That's a real question. Now you'll say, you just said that Zeke is probably the starter, the de facto starter. But the brunt of the carries, the young horse, do we have him right now? Are we going to get someone else? Is it going to be Zeke, Royce Freeman, Rico Dowdle? It might. I feel like that might be better than last year because I think Ezekiel Elliot is going to score more touchdowns than Tony Pollard. I think I'm really put that. Do y'all think that? I think Zeke will score more touchdowns than Tony Pollard. I do. But that's another story for another day. I do think that they're going to go get a young gun. Or at least another change of pace explosive back. Now, whether that's Miles Sanders, if the Panthers cut him, you know, maybe it'll be my man out of New York, Abanaconda, Israel Abanaconda, if they cut him. It's going to be one of these cut players. That's where we're going to get our D tackles from, but that's another video I'm going to talk about soon because we have to solve this D tackle problem. But just looking at this right now, Zeke's mindset is proper. Just knowing, look, I know I am not the de facto 17, 18 carries a game, 20 touches. I'm not. Zeke's going to probably get 10 to 12 touches. You might say that's too many. But I think that we should be averaging at least 20 carries a game. Split it up how you want. If Zeke's getting 8, that's fine. This is not the year for Zeke to be going for a G. This is all about just situational running, scheme running, and effective running. It's not about stats with the running game at all. But I would love to know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm not mad at his mindset. I'm just happy that I've heard nothing but the Cowboys saying we are actively still adding to this roster. Because between now and the start of the year, we're going to have to add another running back. Who? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments who you might want to add. Maybe it's a player I haven't mentioned. I just threw a couple names out there that pop to the top of my head. But listen, it's your boy, Mr. Rome. I told you I was going to get y'all some content. I'm on the road right now, probably as we speak. Got a little road trip, but that don't mean I'm not coming back to y'all soon with another video. Y'all have a good rest of y'all evening. I'll holler.